What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Angels Franchise, where we're hoping in this episode early on in year 4 that we can keep building chemistry and winning games, because I have yet to have a winning record in this series so far. Can that change in year 4? Last episode, we were able to get through the first month of year 4, and we got to see a lot of this ball club. And what that did is allow us to see the flaws in my roster construction. I think this team is too platoon heavy. We have guys like UG Rosario, Connor Joe, Pavin Smith, Dane Myers, so many on the roster that are just platooning. Angel Martinez, Andy Ibanez, just platooning, and it's just too much, to be honest with you. We have to figure out how to get more everyday players on this roster. We're now 17-17, 500 through the first month of the season. I think we still have a promising roster. We'll see how it goes in this episode. But we also got to see the minor leagues and see Esteban Herrera, because he was abysmal in spring training last episode, so I could not put him on the opening day roster. He needed time in the minor leagues. He might be ready to come up soon, honestly. He has been raking in the minors. He has an 850 OPS, 6 home runs, and about 105 at-bats. I likened him to Eddie Murray. And if I'm going to liken someone to a player in the 500 home run club, he has to deliver. So we'll see when he gets his call up. It might be soon, it might not be. Leave in the comments when he should. I made some moves to start this episode. Something needs to change. I really want to see a winning record this season and maybe a wild card run. So we sent down Dane Myers. He's been awful since we've acquired him in free agency. He might be a quadruple A player. He cannot play at the major leagues. Every time we call him up, he sucks. So we called up Tucker Flynn again, who actually, in this franchise, had a debut, because even though he didn't have a crazy ceiling or anything, he really impressed us in a AAA game, and we called him up because he's really not one of those high-risk prospects for us that we don't want to manipulate service time or anything. We don't care. So we'll call him up instead right now. We don't want to call up anyone crazy yet. I still think this roster has what it takes to win without calling any of the big guns up yet. And we'll get into some other stats and things like that we might have to change around going into this episode. Okay, so I knew that Derek Murphy had one more start. I wanted to sim through it and see what he did. And it's really just not good enough. 4 walks, 3 earned. We're going to send him down. Sad to say. I don't know what else to do with Derek Murphy. We're going to look at the pitching staff now, and I'll show you why I'm talking about the pitching staff in this way. Last time we looked at the pitching staff, Patrick Sandoval and Jesus Luzardo both had ERAs in the 6s, so they're going in the right direction. Gregory Soto is not, and Caden Dana and Derek Murphy could be moved. Now, Gregory Soto, we're going to have to see what he can do. He's been solid for us, and we extended him. I think he'll figure it out, and so will these guys, along with players like Luis Garcia and Jose Soriano being so solid, and same with Brian Abreu, who was the reliever of the year last year. Sam Bachman as well. Through 23 innings, he has a .38 ERA. That is dominant. So we have some good bullpen arms, but you can see in part of this rotation and the bullpen, things have to change. Caden Dan is a long reliever. We'll figure things out. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do. So this is the moves we made to make sure that we try something different. We had to send Derek Murphy down. He's just not good enough right now. Maybe he can tweak something in the minor leagues, come back up. We've seen it before in this series. So we brought up George Clausen, who played a little bit last year in 12 innings. We didn't see enough in 12 innings. I want to see more, so let's see what he can do. Caden Dana was bad. We waived him. Maybe he gets claimed. Maybe he doesn't. We'll see. Chase Silseth has been good enough that I want to see him again in the end of the rotation. Maybe he can just be exactly what we need for now until Derek Murphy can get called back up. Or we might have to do something else. Hey, so we're here in the month of May. And we're 20-21, and as you can see, the AL West is pretty damn good to start the season. We'll see how it goes. It's only May. It's only May 7th. We're in year 4, and I was hoping we'd be winning more. You can see our ranking is still almost bottom 10, and I know that's because we've been very patient when it comes to the farm system and everything like that, and we're drafting young players with a lot of potential but take a lot of time to come up, and that's fine. But now we got to figure out what we're going to do, because what we've done is we've taken an approach where we haven't made a splash in free agency, but we've brought in guys on short-term deals, nothing more than 5 years. Maybe Jesus Luzardo got 5 years, and that's allowed us to supplement the roster with players, but also keep our farm system without calling guys up. So we're trying to be competitive now while also having the best farm system in baseball. And it's not really working out for us. We'll go into some of the decisions we made a little bit later and who we let walk and how they're doing compared to the players we brought in. So the lineup right now is as follows. We're trying something different. Luis Rengifo, I've said it in past episodes, he has literally 2 extra base hits and almost 150 at-bats. That is bad, but he's still walking as much as he's striking out, just about. So I'm not really worried about him. I'm not. I know he's regressing a little bit. I'm not worried about him yet. He was a Silver Slugger the last 2 years. I'm not worried. Just wanted to update you on him. He's down in the lineup. Tucker Flint was brought up for Dane Myers, and this is as follows right now. Eugene Rosario is getting every day at bats right now, and we're just going to see how we can do with this lineup for now. But we might have to make a move soon. Joe Adell was a player in year 3's free agency that we had to make a decision on. He was 28, and he needed a contract. He wanted a long-term deal, and I wasn't willing to give it to him, even though he had his best season in the contract year. And he was regressing. It was really weird. Even though he was having great stats across the board, the best he's ever had, he was regressing. He's only 28, so it didn't really make sense, but he's only a B potential. So I was thinking, is he going to start regressing? Like, can I give him a long-term deal? I don't know really what to do with him. So we ended up letting him walk. He goes to Baltimore on a 7-year deal for $15 a year. And we supplement him with Tyler O'Neill, who's actually making more money at $19 a year, but only 2 years. So like I said, we're taking these low-risk deals for a couple years. We can always trade the player or whatever, and we'll find a player either through the draft or making a move to basically be the long-term everyday player at that position later. And we're waiting on the farm to develop a little bit more and all that. So we let him walk. Was that the wrong decision though? 7 years is a long time, and he was regressing, but the breakout might be here. An 883 OPS, almost 900 OPS here. That's crazy, okay? I'm a little upset with letting this guy walk. He already has 12 homers. It's only May. 5 doubles. The slug's at 567 right now. Did we make the wrong decision on Joe Adell? Let me know in the comments. Go into scouting. You can see Glenn Pesky, 13th on the draft rank, hopped up all the way to number 1, and we draft 12th overall. That gives me the exact same vibes as a couple of drafts ago. Jonathan Garlobo, a generational center fielder, 18 years old, 99 potential, 13th on the draft rank boards in MLB, hops up to our number 1 draft rank for us, and he literally does not fall at all, goes number 1 overall. Does Glenn Pesky in this draft in 2028 fall to us? If he does, he looks like he could be a generational type shortstop. Second baseman. I'm not sure though. I don't know for sure if this guy's generational, but he might definitely be the best player at 12. I hope he falls to us. Alright, after the scouting period, in the middle of May here, trying to win this series against the Athletics in extras at home. Can we do it? And like I've been saying, I want to win now, boys. It's 2 outs, bases loaded. I want to win now. I don't want to win later. I want to win right now. And the way we can do that without hurting the farm system is by bringing free agents that we like. 2 strikes, great slider. We're going to go change up below the zone here. I almost said slider. Ooh, you got a piece of it. Zach McKinstry. We're going to go back to the slider away, lefty-lefty. He wanted fastball, and the slider away is what we needed. Now, we just need to score in the bottom of the inning and win this game. And we'll actually be in a great spot with a winning record, and we'll get into that after this game's over. And I'm hoping to win. That's a great pitch. Good cutter. Andy Ibanez is up. It's Mother's Day. That's what the pink bats are for, if you're wondering. It's Mother's Day here in 2028 in the franchise in May, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. 2-2 count. Bottom of the 10th. Top of the zone. Full count. Great tank by Ibanez. Triple and a single today with the RBI for Zach Neto. I told you we're probably going to have to lock him up. That is a franchise shortstop. Great pitch. Cutter, bottom of the zone. And Ibanez is just early on it. He needed to stay back a little bit. Clutch is 93, by the way, with Ibanez. Great swing by Zach Neto, and that's going to win the game. Oh my gosh, yeah, Zach Neto's getting locked up for sure. That was a close play at the plate, though. But that's great to see. Let's go. Perfect Zach Neto. And we win this game, and we win this series in the month of May here in year 4. The Athletics can't believe it. They're not even in Vegas yet. It's 2028. They're stuck in Sacramento. Poor franchise. Hopefully they can figure things out and get that stadium. I don't know what's going on. They should have had a stadium by now, but they're stuck in a minor league stadium in Sacramento. And we're beating them in extras. Great win. Win against the Athletics. We are 25-23. Scouting's going well. Things are going well in the organization. We haven't had to call too many players up. And it's been really exciting. I can't wait to see what happens because this division is a gauntlet. 27-18 for the Mariners, 27-20 for the Rangers, and 25-21 for the Athletics. And we're right there at 25-23, and we just beat the Athletics in a series. That was awesome. A 4-game set. We win 3 games, and that last game we win in extras with Zach Neto going 3 for 6 with a triple and the walk-off double. Love to see it. I love that this team is still playing pretty decent while not really having to hurt the farm too much by calling guys up or trading prospects to get guys in to really make something happen. We've been able to get free agents here and there that are working right now. The streakiest team in all of baseball and has been for a couple years. We win the series against the Athletics, which was awesome. Division rival, all that. Then we go to Toronto and we win that series, and we were on a 4-game winning streak in the middle of that series. Lose the last game of that set, and then proceed to go on a 6-game losing streak now almost at the end of May. I'm pissed off. I want this team to win right now. We've brought in free agents after free agents to supplement this team while we're waiting on the farm. And Tyler O'Neill, James Outman homers, right? That's all good. But Jesus lets up 5 earned. Like, we can't have this. He has a 5.37 ERA. I know he's got, 5 losses on the season. We can't have this. He was an ace last year, and now he's regressing. I mean, nothing is going well all the time. We always have something wrong with the team. Something's got to be figured out. Tucker Flint also sucks. He's batting 189 to start his season when we've called him up. This is bad. The streakiest team in baseball. We win that last game against Boston, and then we head to Cincinnati where we win the first game 8-0, and now we hop into a situation where we're down 1, bottom of the 8th, 1 out, with Connor and Joe up, 2 men on. Can we win this game? It would be huge for the season. I know it's only May. Connor Joe, another free agent signing on the last year of his deal, and we're platooning a lot of different players, and you can see he takes that first pitch for a ball, but I just wanted to show you Tyler O'Neill and Yuji Rosario are also on base, who are both added to this team through either trading or free agency. And the trade with Yuji was really not much at all. We didn't have to give up much at all. We gave up a prospect that was ways away in the 50s in overall, and that's fine, because we have tons of those, and that's why you have the best farm system in baseball. Get some players in here you can be happy about, excited about. Now it's 3-0. I'm going to take all the way here. Nice, Blue. Way to call that a ball. I was scared you might call that a strike. Now it's the third walk for this pitcher, and they're pulling him. And they're going to go to Brandon Williamson with a 3.68 ERA, and Logan O'Hoppe, he's been pretty solid as a reliever. So, Logan O'Hoppe's up to bat, bases loaded, 1 out. He has been pretty bad at the plate, to be honest. All right, O'Hoppe hits one deep to center. That's going to score 1, and that's going to tie this game. What a throw to third, but it was offline. Jackson Holliday's at third, by the way, for the Reds. Interesting. Pretty good throw from center field there, but not good enough. That was always going to score a run, and Logan O'Hoppe does his job, I guess, but I would... Oh, James Howman might have gapped one. No. That ends the 8th, and it's a tie game. And we'll finish playing this one. I think this is important that we keep winning some games. We're very streaky right now, but hey, if we can stay alive, be about 500 at the trade deadline, maybe we make a move to buy at the deadline. Leave in the comments when we get closer, obviously. And this could be a 4-pitch walk. He immediately cannot hit the strike zone. But yeah, definitely leave in the comments what you guys think of that. Do you think we should buy at the deadline? Okay. And that's a 5-pitch walk in the top of the 9th here. TJ Friedel, who is in center and made that throw, up to bat now, and that's a good high heater. And if he's tired, we're probably going to have to bring someone in here. How do they have no one up for me in these situations? All right, so we're going to go Brock Burke here, who has been solid in almost 40 innings pitched, 2.63 ERA with almost a 20% strikeout rate. And he does have 5 holds on the season, which if you... Oh, wow, he gets one poked right into left field. As soon as he comes in the game, first pitch, ambushed. Middle sinker. I mean, that's going to be hit every day of the week, buddy. Okay, good sacrifice. And maybe we should have put the infield in. Bad skipper. They're telling me to intentionally walk Matt McLean. No. How about no? How about no, sir? I'm going to pitch to Matt McLean, because are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! I'm terrible! There's no way he poked that! That was such a weak hit, dude. What? And the Reds take the lead, and they're going to take a 2-run lead. James Allen with a good throw, but 82 speed's going to score him. What the hell is going on here? And we got Ellie De La Cruz up, who almost won MVP last year. Almost 8 WAR. So he's a bona fide superstar at 26 years old. And we're down 2 now in this game. And it's not looking good right now. I don't know what to say. He's not locating his pitches, but he does strike out Ellie. And we're going to see what we can do in the bottom of this inning to maybe win the game. Zach Neto's up with Kevin Ginkel on the mound. We really need something to happen here, because I was excited thinking this is the streakiest team in baseball and we're going to win this game here and be on a 3-game winning streak. But now it's looking like I might have blown that opportunity. Big Mike is batting .330 right now. 73 power, only 22. We got to pair him. We got to find him a couple other players to become our young core, and we'll be off and running. That was a good swing, just not great contact. And just weak contact today, man. Weak fly ball. Out and right. And Big Mike flies out. That's sad. Because we're now down to our last out in this game. Nolan Shonowell, who's now getting a lot more of at-bats than I thought he would this year. And that's a double, potentially, if he can get on his horse. Now it doesn't. It gets cut off there. out in left field. So, Nolan Shonowell, a player that we didn't really know what his role was going to be because we thought Esteban Herrera might make the opening day roster. But Esteban Herrera played so terribly that there was nothing to be done. We just had to send him down to the minor leagues to start his career there. All right, that's a full count now. Yuji Rosario batting .278, another great trade. And that's a rip that's going to get through. Okay, this game's not over. The tying run is now on first, and the winning run is at the plate with Yuji Rosario, who does not hit righties well. Yuji staying in this at-bat, the last out of the game. Good pitch. Good pitch. All right, he's down 0-2 immediately. He's got 52 clutch, not great. That's off Ginkle. Please, no! Oh, it was a good swing, too. We lose this one. But it was a close one. It was a close call on the bottom of the ninth. We couldn't get it done. And that's the game. At the end of the month of May, and we didn't help at all in that situation. We lose that series against Cincinnati, and we split the start of this series against Baltimore, and we just have been so streaky this year, the first 2 months of the season. And the AL West is actually super good this year, which is so annoying because this is one of the years I was hoping the division would be bad so that we could maybe make a run at something with some of the free agents we brought in while also keeping our farm system supplemented. But now it's looking like I don't know what we're going to do. Derek Murphy got called up and played terrible. I'm really at a loss right now. We still have the best farm system in baseball, but when it comes to winning right now, which is what I want to do, I don't know exactly where to go, and the team is just falling off a cliff. I don't know where to go from here. We've brought in players to supplement the roster, spent some good money on the pitching staff, have done what we've needed to do something, called up Derek Murphy this year, and he wasn't good to start his career. We sent him back down, and there's a bug in this game now. I don't know, maybe from an update since the last time we played. I have no idea, but now he's not recording any stats. I set him down to AA to see if he'll record stats there. We'll see. He's not recording any stats. He was in the rotation for a while and never recorded stats at AAA. That is a game-breaking bug. MLB The Show, you have to fix that. There is no way you can keep that in the game. It's crucial in baseball that you send people down, you bring people up. If they're not recording stats when you send them down mid-season, that is a problem. So we got to figure that out. I don't know what that is with that bug. But this team has not played well. They haven't won a series all June. All of June, they have not won a series. And the reason why is because of the pitching staff. You paid Jesus Luzardo to be an ace. He almost has a 5 ERA. And he was an ace last season with a 3.26 ERA. So the regression, he's not even regressing stats-wise. He's just not playing well. I don't know why. That is so terrible for us. Jose Soriano is trade bait, and he's had some really bad starts recently, but he could turn it around. He still had dominant stuff to start the year, so maybe we can trade him. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're probably going to have to sell. It keeps happening with these seasons where things don't turn out our way, but to be fair, we've only really called up one prospect so far. We've been really, really patient. I know it's year 4, but it's just the way that we draft. We draft 18-year-olds, kids out of high school, and they take a while to develop. So we're going to probably sell at the deadline. We still have a lot of good pieces in the bullpen. Brian Abreu, reliever of the year last year. Free agency, we pick him up. He's been so solid for us. It's just sad that the team, it doesn't matter because the rotation with literally Chase Silseth, Jesus Luzardo, and Soriano all having ERAs almost above 4.5 except for Soriano, who has a 4.09. I mean, that's bad, guys. So I don't know what to do. Sandoval and Garcia have been good for us, though. So maybe we can figure something out. It's really annoying that Derek Murphy isn't getting any stats, because if he was, then we'd be able to figure out if we should bring him back up now. We're probably not going to do that. It's all about feel on how the season is going, on how we're going to use each season as a story in the viewing experience for the series. And for me, this season feels like a loss more than any other season, sad to say. I think we're playing worse than any time in the series so far. I went into the stats of why, but it's also that the division is no doubt the best it's ever been, and we're now in last place of the division. So no doubt we're going to sell here in July at the All-Star break. It's more about who we're going to sell, and we'll get into all that. I forgot to show you the schedule on how did we get here in year 4. We played that game on the 27th against the Reds. You just watched that. I absolutely blew it. Can't believe it. Then we go and we sim a game against them and lose 1-0, lose that series. Head to June, where we now have not won a series all month until we play the Chicago Cubs middle of the month, and that is the first series we win, and we win 2 series all month. And now with the division this tough, we have to sell this year. Okay, so I think a great way to end this episode is we'll get into the draft, which has been positive for us. We always draft well. We draft very young, which makes it so the prospects take so long to come up, which is a big reason we have the #1 farm system. But at the same time, it hasn't really shown up yet in our major league roster. But we've supplemented the team with free agents that have been inconsistent. One year, Jesus Luzardo is playing like an ace. Next year, he's playing like one of the worst pitchers in baseball. And if you look at the record in the bottom left, you can see the team has never lost 100 games, but they've never had a winning season. So what we are is a team in purgatory, where we never have a good enough draft pick to be a top 5 pick to then get a generational prospect like David McGee last year, who was a generational shortstop. He went to the Colorado Rockies, go figure. Then the year before that, we thought we might have a chance at a generational prospect in Jonathan Garlobo, who was 13th on the draft rank boards, but he went #1 overall instead, and we drafted 12th, so we thought maybe he would drop to us. Last year, at 10, Esteban Herrera, who I thought for sure was going to go because of his bat, did not, and we're choosing to keep him down this year because we're obviously 15 games under 500, and he's an 81 overall, and he'll be so polished and ready next year to come up and mash. He has almost 20 homers in the minor leagues. Great. Just keep him down there. There's no point of bringing him up. We're 15 games under 500, and the Mariners are 20 games over 500 and just swept us. This division draft now, and it really sucks that year 4 has gone this way. I was really excited about the last couple years, year 3 and 4 specifically, on maybe doing something with this team, and it sucks because in MLB The Show, this franchise mode, it's huge on sim. If you don't sim well, you're not going to be able to play 162 games. Sorry to say. Even me in my situations, I can't do everything. Even if I win every situation, it doesn't matter. I still need to sim well. The team has just not played well this year, so it's okay. The slogan is all in for year 5. That is the new slogan. We're going to get into the draft. And I know it's kind of getting funny to the point where now every year I get into the next season and we go, all right, this year is our year. And Glenn Pesky goes 7th overall, sadly, to the Royals. He's going to be in that infield with Bobby Witt. That's going to be interesting to see. It kind of sucks for us, not going to lie. It kind of sucks for us. I don't love it. So we have Leon Chavez. Leon, don't know which one. But another player I really like that hopped up on our draft board is Enrique Paniagua. I'm not sorry if I'm not saying that right. Paniagua. I'm going to say Paniagua. But Enrique Paniagua is a player that we might have to draft. I usually don't draft pitchers this early, but I think he just might be the best player here. And the reason why Leon Chavez scares me a little bit is if you look, he looks like a player that's not ready to play in the majors right away, and he's going to take a long time to develop. Cannot deal with that right now. And with Carlos Ellis being a discovery center fielder for us and looking to be a beast, we'll probably pick him at 32nd overall if he's still there, just to make sure we get him because we cannot lose him. We're going to pick probably Enrique because of the fact we're still going to probably have Ellis at 32, and we'll get that center fielder we wanted. And he's better than Chavez, to be honest with you. So we're going to go with a pitcher, which is so rare for me if you've watched these series. We're actually going to go with a pitcher, 12th overall, and I wanted to show you another reason why I scouted him is because he has a screwball, which you usually don't see these pitch mixes. You usually see a very generic pitch mix. He has a sweeping curve and a screwball, a 5-pitch mix. He looks interesting. Enrique, welcome to the team. And see who's there. Ellis is still there, and we're not risking him going at all. And we know that... Wow, okay. I don't know if we're going to take Cronin at... That's a great question. What should we do there? We might have to go Cronin at 49. I don't know. But we're going to go Ellis at 32 because I cannot risk him going somewhere else. Carlos Ellis, welcome to the squad. He might be our... He's not generational, but he might be our future center fielder for generations. Okay, so for me, I think personally, Cronin is probably who we're going to take. I just said he was 23, and it deters me. My plan is I think we're going to use him as trade bait. His overall might not be good, but his potential will be. And because of that, we can trade him somewhere. And that's going to be the plan with Cronin. We're not keeping him. He will be 100% trade bait, and that's fine. I just didn't know who else to take there in round 2, so we're going to take Cronin, and it's just that simple. And now it's going to be really interesting because we might just start going all the discovery pitchers we can and praying one of them is good. I'm going to go Angelo Diaz at round 3 and Ryan Lincoln round 4. 2 starting pitchers. And then we're going to start going relief pitching with Fernandez at 5. And as you can see, the later rounds we go very quickly. All right, we just picked, another reliever for the 6th round. That's the end of the draft. And yeah, it might be, very quick. That's how we go through the later rounds of the draft. But hopefully these players are good. I'm very excited to see how they are. This draft went pretty damn well. We'll see what the potentials of these players are in the next episode, as well as getting into the All-Star break and the second half of this awful season. But we went pitcher early, and the reason we did that, because we never usually do that. If you've watched our episodes, we like to take pitchers late with discovery pitchers that aren't ranked, and they always fall, and they're usually gems. The reason we took Enrique, though, is he's a lefty with a screwball. Tell me you've heard of that before. It's going to be interesting to see if he can live up to the hype of Fernando Valenzuela, because that's who he's giving me the vibes of, a lefty with a screwball. Next episode, we'll see if his potential lives up to the hype. I know so far the series has been disappointing from a winning standpoint. 0 winning seasons so far, and year 4 looks to be no different. But I know that the golden era of Angels baseball is right around the corner. And if you're with me, leave a like on this video. Leave a comment in the comment section. I'm always open to new suggestions for videos, as well as suggestions on the series I'm already doing. And if you like this type of content, leave a sub. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers by the end of the summer. Really do appreciate all the support on the channel so far. Not too long ago, my goal was 10 subscribers on this account. Already past that. I know 50 will be nothing. You guys are truly amazing. If you like this type of content, I'll be pushing stuff out all summer long, especially with College Football 26 on the horizon. You should subscribe. It's free. It's about as free as me when we step up to the batter's box in this game. So thank you guys so much for all the support. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See ya.